Taronga Zoo on the QBE Free Fly Bird Show. My name's Claudia, and if you're here to see some birds, you are in luck. Because Australia is one of the richest countries when it comes to bird life. And as you can imagine, they come in all different shapes, sizes and colours. And with some amazing abilities that we are going to demonstrate for you today. So, are we ready to meet some birds? Are you sure?
No.
Okay, let's get started on a high note. With a pigeon? No, with an aerial acrobat called a whistling kite. That's her thing. This is Dixie, and what Dixie can do is snatch food in midair and eat it while still in flight. This is a really handy way for you to fill up your tummy without a lot of effort, because you don't have to land every time you catch yourself something small like an insect. But these birds do not just fly around eating insects. They are great scavengers and can be found around ports, tips, abattoirs, anywhere that there's an easy meal to be found. And have a look how beautiful Dixie looks flying around all on her own. And imagine these birds in large numbers. You can expect to find them in even numbers of hundreds of these birds in the sky all at once. Looking magnificent. We have one last piece. You want to come up? Up it goes! Yay! Beautiful catch! Dixie has done a fantastic job, but there is one last thing we would like her to do before she exits stage, and that is come on down, take a bow, and now exit stage. Thank you, Dixie. Beautiful bird to see in the air, but on the ground you cannot beat the gracefulness of a brolga. Brolgas are one of two species of cranes that call Australia home. We have a beautiful brolga called Billy, and she just happens to be right above your heads on an incredible 2 meters worth of wings. Birds like Billy do a beautiful dance to protect the territory as well as to find a mate. And those long legs are really handy because these birds are found around wetlands, and those legs allow them to help them find foods that they like to eat, because they can enter water and keep all those feathers high and dry while looking for all the things they like to eat. And they do eat a variety of things, which includes grubs, roots, even the good old yabbies on the menu. And the red patch on the back of Billy's head is actually a sign of maturity. And it lets us know, and all other brolgas know, that Billy here is old enough to have a boyfriend. And I think that's one out back. So good luck with that one, Billy. Two species of cranes call Australia home, but with over 50 species of parrots, we are known as the land of parrots. Some of the most iconic are cockatoos, like the beautiful sulphur-crested flying around, as well as many other species, and one of my favourites are the black cockatoos. Now, sulphurs are doing quite well because of things that we do, like introduction of food and water, but other species are doing it really tough. Birds like the jandy here are doing it tough again because of things that we do. We cut down trees to build our homes, and that means birds like the jandy as well as Giri, who's our red-tailed black cockatoo, are suffering, and they could even become extinct in our own lifetime. These birds require really, really old hollow logs to build their nest and build their families, and when we take up those logs, we do take their chances of survival. Two species, a cousin of the red-tail of Giri called the forest red-tail, as well as the Carnavis cockatoo, might become extinct even in our own lifetime, and unfortunately both are found in Western Australia. But there are lots of things that we can do to help in the future of beautiful birds like we've seen today, and they don't have to be really hard things. Little things like making wise choices when we go shopping can all go towards helping and making sure that a bird like Giri will have a future to survive in. So thank you, Giri. Hollow logs are great for many species, including some iconic nighttime hunters. And what kind of bird do we think of if we think of a bird that hunts at night? Owls, you are correct, and that is what we are going to demonstrate by hiding the sounds of frogs, which is what our barnyard likes to eat. And what I need is someone to help me decide where we are going to hide the sound. Maybe you in the middle? What's your name? Your name is? Habibe? Did I say it right? Beautiful name. Now what I need you to do is point to the rock on that side or the rock on the other side. Which one would you like? Thank you. Take a seat. Thank you so much for helping. Now what I need everyone to do, including you, is turn around and look up there because it just happens to be a hollow log. Keep your eye on that log because any moment our barn owl called Marian is going to be flying on down to find herself a little bit of dinner. How good is that? Have a look at Marian's face. It's shaped like a heart. And how it works is it pushes the sound back to those ears. Enormous, incredible ears sitting underneath all this.
Читер, ты видел?
You would have also noticed when Marian flew, she did
Читеры.
so pretty silently. And this is really handy for you
Ты не
to be
видел?
able to sneak up on your prey without them ever knowing that you are coming.
Она какой-то
So,
там
let's use
передатчик
ours and see if we can hear
положила
any sound
возле
at all.
камня,
Marian,
кроме этой,
press
кроме
high.
вкусняшки. Я не видел, как она его клала, я видел, как она его подняла.
Why does a mouse do you
Он,
think?
видно, звук какой-то
You can
издает.
clap, you can hear from inside. What is? Now we do say owls hunt at night, but did you know that about 50% of all owl species can also be found out and about and hunting during the day? And a lot of people are really surprised to hear this. In Australia, one of those owls is a barking owl. We have a beautiful barking owl joining us any moment. Now, why do you think we would call a barking owl so? Anyone have any idea why we would call it a barking owl? Yes? Because they bark, you are correct. This is Herbie, and he actually sounds like a dog barking. He goes, woof, woof. Sort of a double bark, very cool. Now the reason these birds are out and about during the day is because they actually like to eat other birds. What they would do is sit, wait, watch, and when they see something that makes a good meal, they
Непонятно,
get
куда
there
смотреть.
in one big hurry. Just like that. And when you are a bird hunter like Herbie, did you hear him? Yay! You have to be fast. Because birds are really hard to catch. But it's not only speed these birds require. Have a look at Herbie's enormous feet. Those feet allow him to catch something large. Even something as large as a sulphur-crested cockatoo can be on the menu. This here is one very powerful little hunter. Have a look too at his eyes, enormous golden eyes. Work really different to ours because we have eye muscles, owls do not. So to compensate, they have a really flexible neck. They can turn their heads 3/4 of the way around and even completely upside down, giving them a great view of all the things they like to eat. Birds are on the menu, small mammals are on the menu, and best of all, pest species. Things like rats and mice. And I personally think if you want a little rat trap in your yard, you could not ask for a better looking one than little Herbie here. So thank you, and thank you, Damien. And talking about rats and mice, it reminds me of a long time ago, before we got Owls in Show, when we used to have a bit of a rat problem here at this bird show. It used to be so bad. We used to have rats on stage, back fans, and most days, like when it was nice and cool like today, they
Сейчас
used to
капец
run
будет
underneath
этим
our
крысам.
seats. Yeah, nothing to worry about. Owls moved in, rats moved out, and the problem is now behind us. Yeah, it's been years and years since we've seen one. So a huge round of applause for Herbie and all her friends.
Мне не съедят крыс.
We are so lucky. I know, I'm glad you're happy so much. I don't like rats. I'm a bit scared of them. And you know, people often ask me what my favourite part of this job is, and really being up close and personal to some incredible birds is right up there on top of my list. And not many people often get to do this. But today, we are going to choose one very special volunteer who's going to get to have a close encounter with a beautiful bird. So who wants to play? Do you want to come up? You have a camera? You need a camera. Gentlemen, go and
Uh.
me. Have you got your camera ready?
Yep.
Come up. Cool. Is your camera still going?
Yeah, it is.
Hi. Come this way. Okay. Grab a seat on the stump. Now, do you like birds?
Yeah, I do like birds.
Excellent. Are you okay with getting a bird to fly at you?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Normally, he lands here. Or she's only a little girl.
Okay.
But sometimes she misses.
Okay.
You're okay with that?
Yeah.
You okay? Yeah? Okay. I'm kidding. She's hopefully going to land there. She's pretty new. All right.
Okay.
Your job is just to, is that a camera or a photo or video?
Video.
Okay. All you're going to do is you're going to look up and you're going to see her come out of that box.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I am.
All right. Keep on looking because the box is going to open and dragon is going to appear. Can you see her up there? Sort of. She's pretty well camouflaged because she's a sooty owl. These birds hunt mainly at night, and what she does is sit, wait, watch, like all owls, and when she sees something, let's see if we can get her to join us. Light on down and get to top of her hill. Come around, you can get another, a bit more. Come around this way, but I wouldn't put your hands up because they do react to movement.
Okay.
Okay, you got a good photo? Selfie? Excellent! Thank you for your help!
Thank you.
Round of applause. Thank you, Dragon. You've done a great job. So thank you, everyone, as well. You know, we are so lucky to get to see owls out and about because they are quite shy and secretive. But there are other birds that are very much out there. Birds like the most common parrots we have in this country, the galah. This is my friend Jojo, and Jojo and I today are going to demonstrate just how clever a little galah can be. And what I need is the help of an adult volunteer with a gold coin. Who wants to play? There, gentleman up there, stand up for me. What I need you to do is hold the coin between your thumb and forefinger to the side, straight out. Beautiful. What I'm going to ask Jojo to do is fly up. Do steal your money, bring it back, and put it somewhere safe. My pocket. Thank you. $2. Have a nice day. That was fun. Anyone else want to play? Yeah. What about someone on this side? Anyone got $20? No, we are only kidding, and we do only train on us birds, so we're going to return your money. So if I can get the nice person that gave me the money to stand up again, palm flat to the sky, we are going to fly your $2 back with a very honest bird who will put it exactly where she found it. Thank you. Great job. See you later. You know, not all birds are doing as well as what galahs and salters are doing out there in the wild. Some are doing it really, really tough. But luckily here at Taronga Zoo, we do get to work on some fantastic conservation projects. And after show, we have another couple of birds joining us on this big blue box. The thing is, they do not return money. All the money they raise goes towards helping animals that need a help in the wild. We have supported all different animals through the years, like vultures in Nepal, and presently we are supporting Carnaby's cockatoos, which are endangered. And with your help, a few incredible birds have raised over $190,000 for conservation. And you know, parrots do have a reputation for being really cute and comical, even though they are a lot of work. But all birds have a place in nature, including one of my favourite Australian birds of prey, which apart from getting into the thick shell of an emu egg, is also a great scavenger. Now, emu eggs have a really, really hard shell, so you think an animal that can crack this open must be enormous. Now, this is Llama, and Llama does look pretty big, but she's not big enough to crack that egg open without the help of a tool. The tool just happens to be a rock. So let's see what happens when Llama is flying around in the desert, spots an egg, finds a rock, she picks it up and slams on down. What Llama has just demonstrated, do you want to demonstrate again? Hello, there's a rock. Good girl. What she is about to demonstrate again, good girl. It's not something we ever had to teach her. You forgot, that's my sock. Your rock. Thanks. Like I said, we never had to teach her this. It's actually an instinct. She was born with this information.
Чужина
And
тогда
it's
его
so
кормит
strong
все
that she'll
время.
continue to persist until she gets into that egg. And it's quite unusual, even though not unique, because there is one other bird that can do something a little similar, found on the other side of the world, in Africa. It's called an Egyptian vulture and it breaks into ostrich eggs. Now, once llama does get into that egg, it's equivalent to about 12 chicken eggs. So there's a really, really good meal to be had. Funny Rocky just bounces off and you lose it. But like I said, she's also a great scavenger, and when she's not looking for those emu eggs, she'll be scavenging around for anything that makes a good meal. She does take things like, you want to have another go? She can eat small mammals and she can steal eggs from nests as well. But by eating carcasses, she cleans up the environment. It keeps everything nice and healthy. That's a hard egg. It looks like an easy one. You also might have worked out this is not a real emu egg. We make this ourselves daily out of plaster. Some days it can be really hard, and other times really, really easy. Now, has anybody ever seen a black-breasted buzzard around before?
Снайпер.
No? They are pretty unusual, found mainly in the central areas of Australia. And sometimes people have seen them and not realised that they have, because when they're in flight, they look like a small wedge-tailed eagle. There is a huge difference, of course, their tails. Wedge-tails have a wedge-tailed tail, nearly in. And also, if you ever do see a black-breasted buzzard, they've got 2 white spots underneath their wings, which make them obvious.
Ну хоть что-то у них не получилось в этот раз.
Oh, I touched it and it broke. One more, good girl! Llama has done a great job, and even though we never taught her how to do all that, we do train her on how to do one thing. Do you want to see it? It's really good. We taught Llama how to... Are you ready? Let go of the egg. Okay, one more. Oh, you just got your foot. We taught her how to exit stage. Thank you. She's an incredible bird, and she's one of my favourite birds of prey here at Taronga Zoo. And like I said, she does a great job. And unfortunately, we have no vultures in Australia. So black-breasted buzzards, wedge-tailed eagles do play a really important part. And vultures are really, really important for nature because they are the little clean-up crew. But they're also really, really important culturally. In South America, that's where I'm originally from, the ancient thinkers believed that because the sun is so enormous, it needed the head of this incredible creature to be pushed into the sky each day. This incredible creature is not a mythical one, but it is one of the largest flying birds you will ever see. Called an Andean condor. Cast your eyes and meet our little chimera on an incredible 3 meters worth of wings. This is a vulture, and she has a huge role to play in nature because her job is to keep the environment nice and clean, not only for herself and her species, but also for other animals as well as humans. By eating all these carcasses, they stop the spread of disease. Chimera is a young bird,
Ей кидают
and you
мышей
can tell
маленьких.
she's extremely active and very graceful. She's actually quite good on her feet because they do go around looking for all those carcasses. The bald head means she can keep her head nice and clean while eating all those yummy meals. So thank you, Chimera. She's a fantastic bird. We are so lucky to get to work with them daily. They do play a huge role in nature. But there's things that we can do as well. Obviously, we're not going to go around eating carcasses, but oops, sometimes you might accidentally throw a little bit of rubbish on the ground. Don't leave it there. Go to it, pick it up, and put it in the nearest bin. Take a big ride. Putting rubbish in the bin, making wise choices when we go shopping, or simply donating to worthwhile conservation projects can all go a long way to assuring that beautiful birds like you've seen today will have a future to survive in and not just simply disappear. I would like to leave you with one final thought, and that is next time you are out and about in this incredible country of ours, take your time and always look up, because you never know what incredible birds you will see. Thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, come on down and we will answer them for you. And of course, enjoy the rest of your stay at Taronga Zoo. See you next time.
Все.